Hey everyone, welcome back. This is another anime review. Another anime that I've been watching for the summer of 2014 and reviewing for the summer of 2014 all the way through. This is one that definitely had its ups and downs. Two episodes in particular were major downs, which I don't remember the actual episodes in question, like the numbers or the names or anything, but I do remember that they were two huge fan service episodes, and I'll get to them later on, okay? By the way, I do plan on making a rant about fan service sometime in the future whenever I'm able to get around to it, okay? But anyways, though, this is, of course, Majimoji Rurumo. No clue what the English title is. So, yeah. There's a manga called, that started in 2007 and in 2011 called Majimoji Rurumo, obviously. And then from 2011 to 2013, there was a manga called Majimoji Rurumo Makai Hen. Not sure if it's a sequel or not, but I have to check them out sometime, though. And then in 2013, it's still ongoing. There was one called Majimoji Rurumo Hokago no Maho Chugakusei. Which, again, I'm not sure if it's a sequel or not. I'll have to check it out sometime. And that's still ongoing. So, basically, there's a lot more material here for a sequel, and I personally think it deserves a sequel. Despite its downs, I still think it deserves a sequel, okay? This series was directed by Chikara Sakurai and written by Mariko Kuinsawa, and the music's by Satoshi Motoyama. It's by Studio JC Staff, which have done a lot of great stuff and a lot of not-so-great stuff in the past, and it originally ran from July 9, 2014 to, what was this past Thursday? It doesn't actually say here. It still says ongoing, so I'm going to have to change that on Wikipedia. 25th. September 25th, 2014. With a total of 12 episodes in the end. So what is Majimoji Rurumo about? Well, this is a very simple series, okay? Which does a lot of things, I think, very good for this genre. It's basically a slice of life romantic comedy series that has supernatural elements in it to basically set up the foundation of the series. The main character is a guy named Kota Shibaki, who's well known as being the biggest pervert in all school. In fact, in middle school, it was said that he had the biggest collection of porno magazines of any guy in the entire school. And because of that, lots of guys tend to be pretty good friends with him. In fact, he does have this little group of friends he has, but almost every female can't stand him. Okay. And one day he meets a girl named Rurumo, who is a witch who ended up coming to Earth due to some strenuous circumstance, or to the mortal world, due to some strenuous circumstances involving her basically saving Kota's life when he was supposed to die. She was demoted from a witch to a witch in training and had to stay in the mortal realm until she passed her witch's training. And Kota agreed to help her out with that. Okay. Rurumo gives him these slips of paper, and when he rips one up, he's able to make it. Then she'll help him with any wish that he wants. Although little does she know, although he does find out later on, but she doesn't know this, that, at least as far as we know, that when he uses all of them up, he'll die and she'll pass her training. Alright, I'm guessing she doesn't know it because she does end up kind of falling in love with him throughout the course of the series, and if she knew that, she probably wouldn't want him to complete her training at all. Okay. And that's the gist of the series. It's very simple. Now, in terms of the characters, there's not a whole lot to say. There's not a whole lot of originality here, but everything that's used is used great. Kota, I'm just going to call him Shibaki because that's what he's usually known as. Shibaki is amazingly funny. And I'm not just saying that because I treat women the way he does, because I don't. But just, I don't know what it is, but it's just the way they utilize all of his jokes were just done so well. And unlike most anime that end up beating on men all the time, I don't always care when the women beat the shit out of him because usually he deserves it. Although there are those times when he does show his more sympathetic side, which he does have, mind you, which is a huge change compared to most characters like this. When I just saying like, no, please don't. This time I'm actually on his side, and it kind of goes back and forth like that. Okay. And Rurumo is also a pretty good character too. She starts out as a completely emotionless character, and over the course of the series, she does open up a lot more and gain emotions. She's not like completely outgoing and whatnot by the end of the series, but she does definitely seem to harbor like romantic feelings for Shibaki, and there's hints that Shibaki might harbor romantic feelings for her as well. Okay, and she doesn't open up completely, but she does at least gain some emotions over the course of the series. And those are really the only two major characters that are worth talking about, I feel. There's lots of other characters, such as the guys that are in Shibaki's basic group of friends. All of them are basically just throwaway got male perverts. Shibaki, contrary to popular belief, is not. He actually does have at least some level of depth. Okay? He's at least a two-sided character, which most of these types of characters are just one-sided characters. Okay, and there are definitely times when he's shown to having three sides to him instead. Not a huge amount, but at least it's something, you know. But other than that, no other characters I really think are worth talking about. The plot. Now, I'm going to talk about those two fan service episodes and why I hated them. There were two fan service episodes in this 12-episode series, which means they're basically 10 good episodes. The reason I hate them isn't because I know why they're there. They're there to cater. I'm aware of that. But there are certain series in which it's needed, such as High School DxD. High School DxD is a prime example, and many others, where the fan service fits with the series. This series has proven that it's able to be successful without resorting to these sorts of episodes. Okay? Really. It's proven that, so those two episodes were completely fucking pointless. I'm guessing that they were just put there because, I don't know, maybe they couldn't think of anything else to put there, which is kind of weird and stupid because there's two completed manga series of this series and one that's still ongoing. You honestly want to fucking tell me that they couldn't think of anything else to put there besides fan episodes? I remember one of them was like this beach episode, and the other one I don't even know what it was about completely. I didn't even finish it. If you watch that review, it was like episode 10 or 11, I think. I didn't even finish the episode. Okay? I mean, because I didn't feel I needed to. I really needed to, and from what people have been telling me, I really didn't need to. Okay? Other than that, the plot is really good. Other than having, the obvious perverse moments, okay, which you'd think this series would be entirely fan service, but it's really not. There's also a lot of really heartwarming moments with the main character. That's never something you'd expect from him. The best episode in the series, I forget what number and name it has, but it's the one with the fucking cats. How did they make that work as well as they did? I have no fucking idea. I don't think that I could. And I love cats and all, but still, there are moments like that in this series, which makes me love it so much, okay? Because it proves that this series had some great writing there. Unfortunately, it just didn't go so great, but there were definitely some great writing moments in there like that episode, which I still feel is the best episode in this entire series by far, okay? So, aside from the few complaints I did have about the plot, it was really good. And also the humor was really fucking amazing as well. It really was, most of the time. Anyways, though. In terms of the animation was not very good at all. Okay, that's another major complaint of mine. But in a series like this, huge, you kind of expect that in a series like this, okay? So it's not really something that I'm complaining about. But, I mean, I guess it kind of is. But it's not something I'm surprised about. It's just worth mentioning. The art also is nothing too spectacular, or nothing really worth talking about, good or bad. Okay, so just leave that right there. The music is really good, and this is probably one of the weirdest mixed bags in terms of music that I've ever experienced in an anime, because most of the time it's like any other romantic comedy slice of life anime where it's good for the time but it's nothing memorable. However, there's lots of really emotional scenes in this series, such as the cat episode, for example, especially the end there, which has extremely memorable music. Okay. Also, the opening is really good, and the ending is pretty decent, I think. Anyways, though, overall, what do I think of this series in the end? I definitely think it's worth watching. Okay? I do. I think it's worth watching. I think that you need to see this series at least once, because it definitely has some really great moments in it. Okay, despite my complaints here, I very much enjoyed this anime. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These after guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.